All righty. Thank you, Ed. You can tune in and hear the news with Ed Evans right here on KSQM at 8 o'clock in the morning, at noon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and again at 8 o'clock at night, all made possible through the support of Clallam County PUD. And do not forget to tune in at 6:15 on Friday evenings for the BC Canada Report from our KSQM news desk in Victoria with Celeste Steindl. It's just about 4:06 in the afternoon here at KSQM, your commercial-free listener-supported community radio. I'm Rich Hendrickson. Thanks for tuning in to Richie's Place for Thursday, April the 4th. It's 49 degrees, cloudy outside right now, 53% humidity, 29.81 on the barometer, and winds coming out of the west at 3 miles an hour here at the Squim Village Shopping Center, home of the KSQM studios and temporary home of the Squim branch of the North Olympic Library System, just down the sidewalk from our studios. So if you come in to drop off a book, drop in and say hi to us too. Well, as promised, I've got a couple of guests in here. Now we're going to be talking about some upcoming music. We're all about music here, so welcome, ladies. Joy Lingerfeld is the director of the Northwest Women's Choral, and you guys are based out of Holy Trinity Lutheran Church in Port Angeles, up there right off of Lauritsen on Lopez Street, and up by the library, up by the Port Angeles branch of the library. And you've got a concert coming up. So.
We do, Rich. Thanks for having us on.
Oh, you're welcome.
Great to be here. Yes, we do. And on Monday night at 7 o'clock, April 8th, we have a concert there in Holy Trinity.
It's a wonderful venue for music.
Certainly is. And we're the resident chorale there, so we've been there since our formation. And it's been a beautiful place for concerts, as you know well, and also for a good place for rehearsals and the rest of it. So
right, okay. Now, Joy, you have a member of your chorale here with you.
I do. I have Mary Sue French with me here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. And how many other members are there? It's not just the two of you, I'm sure.
No, pretty much. We don't throw our voices around that much. But yeah, there's about 20 in the group. I have a collaboration with Kristen Quigley-Bry, who plays piano for us and helps us with rehearsals immensely. And so there's 20, 22. It's a good size.
Okay. And they are all members of Holy Trinity,
no,
or do you
not at all.
Get outside of the
Oh, yeah. We have a lot that are outside. Well, maybe about 2/3 are outside.
Okay. Now, Holy Trinity, of course, is an ELCA branch of the Lutheran Church. And we have Dungeness Valley Lutheran Church here is also ELCA. Are there any members of DVLC?
Not at present.
Not at present.
Right.
There have been in the past.
There has been, yeah. Marcia was here.
There have been in the past, right. And we were just talking about Marcia. And you were telling me you started in 2007 for the chorale?
That's about right. Yeah, I think that's true. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so quite a while now. You've got bunch of performances under your belts, and should be well known. So, what kind of? I would expect that we're going to hear some pretty holy music here from the chorale inside the Lutheran Church. But what kind of music can folks expect to hear?
Well, we do. Always have something that would, I think, be very much considered sacred or holy. And even singing is sort of a sacred act. But we do a pretty wide variety. We're after finding music that is wonderful arrangements that lift people up. It's not necessarily peppy. Maybe it's more inspiring, but it does not necessarily have a religious text on every piece.
All righty. And of course, we just want to remind folks of the time. It's going to be 7 p.m. on Monday, April the 8th at Holy Trinity. And and like I said, it's you can get up there. If you were going to the Port Angeles Library and you were pulling into the parking lot, you could just continue through the parking lot right into the parking lot of the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, they
Lutheran
share the
Church.
parking lot.
Kind of
Yes.
share the parking lot right there off of Lopez Street and stuff. And now you're also kind of asking for a donation at the door.
There is a suggested donation of $15 at the door. People pay what they can or want or are willing to.
Right. And now let's see, it's a Lutheran church, so is it going to be coffee?
No coffee.
No, gee.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Bring your own coffee. Okay.
That's right.
And
That's right.
But it's a wonderful facility there if you haven't been there before. So how did you kind of get started with doing the chorale? I mean, whose idea was it? You're the director. Have you always been the director?
Yeah, I'm guilty.
Yeah.
Yes. It started because at the time I was the accompanist for the Peninsula Men's Gospel Singers.
Right.
And
Okay.
that's a fun and talented group of all guys
Yes.
except me. And then it was like, well, there isn't anything out here for women that would be repertoire based. So rather
Okay.
than completely gospel music, which was the goal,
Right.
and we said, what else is there? Then certainly the Sweet Adelines is
Right.
a style of music that they sing, and we were trying to not emulate that.
Right.
So women's repertoire has been growing in the last 20 years mostly. I think before that you would have seen a lot of choirs, if they were like us, they would have been singing boy choir music.
Right.
So it's made some nice advancements.
Right. And so you get songs, and then you reach. I was just wondering the turnover in your repertoire. Do you say, "Yeah, we're tired of this one. Let's look for something new"?
Oh well, I think we have a nice library. It's always healthy to have it growing a little bit, and certainly with COVID, we were down for a couple of years there. So coming back, we were very
okay.
intentional about bringing back some songs and pieces that people had familiarity with as singers. So that was an important part, but it's also important, I think, to find something new,
Right.
so that we can continue to stretch ourselves even.
All right. Well, since we are all about music here at K-Squim, we're going to play a little bit of music that you've requested to hear. Boy, Dino, this one is neat. This has a little close place for me.
How wonderful.
This is a song I got to sing in Over the River and Through the Woods at Olympic Theater Arts. It was a nice little comedy drama kind of thing that we did a few years ago. So I got to sing this one since I was playing a nice Italian grandfather from Hoboken.
There you go.
I got to sing this one. Okay, so here's Dean Martin with That's Amore, with the pizza pie in your eye kind of stuff. Okay, here's Dino.
In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring, ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, and you'll sing Vita Bella. Hearts will play tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay, like a gay tarantella. When the stars make you drool, just like a pasta fazool, that's amore. When you dance down the street with a cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore. That's amore.
When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore.
That's amore.
Bells will ring,
Ting-a-ling-a-ling,
ting-a-ling-a-ling,
and you'll sing Vita Bella.
Vita Bella, Vita Bella. Hearts will play,
Tippy-tippy-tay, tippy-tippy-tay,
like a gay tarantella.
lucky fella. When the stars make you drool just like pasta fazool, that's amore.
That's amore.
When you dance down the street with the cloud at your feet, you're in love. When you walk in a dream, but you know you're not dreaming, signore. Scusa me, but you see, back in old Napoli, that's amore.
Amore,
That's amore.
All right, Mr. Dean Martin, and that's amore for our Italian audience out there now. All right, so Joy, we made several selections here we're going to play, but we led off with Dean Martin. So why that selection?
The concert title is Songs Within.
Okay,
Right.
Songs Within.
So we wanted our program. Everything has something to do with love, but not the normal love songs. And this Dean Martin one I thought was just a perfect example of, he's describing love, saying this is what you would be in love,
Right.
but it isn't truly a love song.
Right. Okay.
So it's just it's a
Kinda
nice
what you
to
feel.
kind of think
Yeah.
about it from another angle, and that's
Right.
what I think this one does.
Okay.
And I knew that much of our audience would appreciate that.
Well, it's one of the favorites of an old Army buddy's wife, Army buddy's wife of mine. Mariana is from Napoli, so she enjoys that song and stuff. So, if Jerry and she are listening, I'm sure she appreciated it. They're back there in Virginia Beach, in Virginia. So it's 4:18 in the afternoon, and this is K-Squim, your commercial-free, listener-supported community radio. Thanks for tuning in to Richie's Place. And I'm sitting here with Mary Sue and Joy Lingerfeld from the Northwest Women's Choral group and Choral, and they're going to be performing on Monday, April the 8th, coming up very quickly here. Okay, so you're rehearsing furiously, I imagine, at 7 p.m. at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. It's up there in Port Angeles on 301 Lopez Street, but you'll know it better by saying it's right next to the Port Angeles branch of the North Olympic Library System. So they share the parking lot. So there's plenty of parking there, easy to go to and easy to get into there. And the facility is really nice acoustics for concerts, because in fact, you hold a number of concerts there pretty regularly.
Yes,
yes. It's a
hot spot for the chamber orchestras there. Mm-hmm. And senior recitals often
right.
for high school.
Yes, and so yes, it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place to go for Sunday service and stuff, and join in the singing. what if somebody starts singing along with you while you're out there? That'd be.
It's okay because part of the modus operandi, I guess, that I have is that everyone should sing. So there's always a sing-along at every concert.
Okay, good.
So.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Amore. What other kinds of songs are we expected to hear at the concert?
Well, you were asking earlier about the sacred ones. One of the ones we are doing is "Set Me as a Seal," which is from the Song of Solomon.
Oh, okay.
And it's set by Richard Nance. It uses French horn piano and women's chorale, and was actually composed for a wedding that Richard was participating in, for a wedding of a couple of Squimites. I won't say who, but there you go.
Really?
Yeah, they live in Squim now. So that was kind of a fun little
So a real local connection.
small world
with
thing.
That one, that's
Yeah.
neat. Yes.
And so we're also featuring Bobby Zajkowski, who's one of the French hornists with the symphony, and she works at the college.
Okay.
So
Right, and the symphony is pretty active right now.
Oh, yes.
Yes, I heard director Pasternak on the radio the other day, promoting their latest concert and stuff. So now you have folks that come and go in the chorale, and so how do they find out about it? I mean, people just knock on the door, or what? How do they get a hold of you if they're interested in joining the chorale?
Most of them find out from being at a concert. And in our program, we always have contact information to contact Joy to schedule an audition so that they can audition if they're interested.
And you also have social media.
Yes, we
I see
do. We
you-
have a Facebook page.
Yeah, Facebook page. People can go on and site there. It's a nice Facebook page, and your photo is right up there, and your pianist is up there as well. And how often? I mean, if somebody's interested in joining the group, I mean, how many concerts a year are we looking at? How often is rehearsals and that sort of thing?
So we have 2 concerts a year right now.
Okay.
We used to have them both in Squim and Port Angeles. After COVID, we have just been doing them in Port Angeles. So this will be our 3rd concert. We came back last April or early May. I think it was early May last year. And so
So we haven't hit the road yet for Radio City Music Hall or anything?
well, actually, we have over the past 15 years sung in Alaska, in Paulsbo, Chehalis, another one up closer to Seattle area.
Linwood.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then here, and then Port Townsend. We sang in Port Townsend, and then Joy has had other choirs come in and do a whole women's choir group. Event.
It's nice to do those home and away events, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, invites other folks to come in, and maybe get together. I know last year when we had the Squim City band, we had another band coming in, and then they actually combined on stage for a combined song. And it
Lots of fun.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it was lots of fun to do that. Music can really pull a lot of people together, and I would imagine that the rehearsals are, I'm used to doing theater rehearsals, and how close you get to your theater compatriots during the rehearsal period and stuff. So I imagine it's the same way with a musical group.
It is. And we have people that have scheduled some fun things for us to do as well, so that we can keep that camaraderie up among the people. But we do rehearse on Monday nights, and start with a couple rehearsals in the summer, and then right on Labor Day, we just get right into it every week.
Monday night, whether it's a holiday or not.
Yep.
So
All right. Well, you're tuned to KSQM, your commercial-free listener-supported community radio, and we're talking with Joy and Mary Sue from the Northwest Women's Choral, and we mentioned that song with Nathan Christensen. How is that? This is the one. How do I love thee? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and how do I love thee? And we've got that loaded up.
Oh, right.
For you.
A little bit of a Elizabeth Barrett Browning meets Mae West.
Oh, okay. Interesting. All right. Let's hear what this one sounds like. Here's Nathan Christensen. Good Danish name. Wow, that was an interesting piece. Richard Nance with Set Me a Seal and the whole chorus there, and it's from an album, Richard Nance, excuse me, Nathan Christensen with How Do I Love Thee, and from Wondrous Love, I guess is the name of the album or CD that it's on. And you were saying that maybe the chorus is
I believe
Minneapolis?
It's a St. Olaf choir,
St.
the women's
Olaf
group.
choir. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the women's group.
It sounded pretty complicated.
Yeah, it's not just your little boy choir anymore.
No.
No, we started rehearsing for that a
this
year
one's
ago.
A year ago.
Oh, wow. You're tuned to KSQM, your commercial-free, listener-supported community radio. Rich Hendrickson here. It's 429, Thursday, April the 4th, sitting here with Joy and Mary Sue from the Northwest Women's Choral Group. And now they're out of the Holy Trinity Lutheran Church in Port Angeles, and their concert is going to be Monday, April the 8th, 2024. And we're just expecting suggested donation at the door when you arrive. And it's a good-sized sanctuary, so there's plenty of seating there, and I don't think you can sit anywhere where you can't hear very well because the acoustics are great.
I think there are no bad seats, but you might want to come early. We started since COVID doing about 15 minutes before the actual concert time, so 6:45. Joy's notes kind of chat. I took questions. The first one, anybody got any questions about who we are, what we do, and it was a good informative time for folks.
Okay.
We don't do program notes. We have a really short program, so I'll talk about each piece.
So these are not just musical notes you're singing. These are actual notes that you're talking about the pieces and stuff and explaining the.
Yeah, and if there's if the sing along might be better if it had a little bit of a rehearsal, we might look at that then.
Sometimes that's true.
Those are real notes.
And sometimes, this side of the sanctuary is going to sing this note, this side is going to be, do this part.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay. Been there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Or the women are going to do this and the men are going to do that.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Yes, we do that. So, Mary Sue, how long have you been with the?
I joined in 2010.
Okay.
I was here in 2007, but I wasn't reading the newspaper at that point. I just moved here, and I found out about the Choral in the winter of 2009 and went to that concert and walked right up afterwards and said, I want an audition.
Okay.
So.
And of course, that's just about the time that KSQM got started and stuff. About the same time, we've been around about the same time as the Choral. That's great. 2007, and so any other notes you'd like to give our listeners about the Choral? Now you're doing this concert on April 8th. We have another one scheduled at all, or?
Yep, the next one will be December the 9th.
Okay, at Holy Trinity?
Yes.
Okay, December the 9th.
It's on their calendar. And we originally, when we first started, we had Monday rehearsals, and then we had to figure out it was going to be a Christmas concert. What day of the week should we have this on? And at that point, back then, it seemed that nobody had anything going on a Monday night in the holiday times.
Right.
So we picked Monday, and we've stuck with it.
Uh-huh. Good.
When we get to come into Sequim for something in the afternoon, it's a weekend. But the Holy Trinity one has been from the beginning Monday nights.
All right.
I think another thing important is that we are a 501c3 and for education, and we do give scholarships to women going into music. And right now we've been doing that through the high school. And some of them have gone to Peninsula College, but others, I think we had one that was at Central Washington. I think we've had some at other colleges. So we are a 501c3. Your contributions are tax deductible for us. And we, several years ago, started up what was called the C-Note Society. And people that gave a C-Note, $100, got some tickets to the concerts, but they also they helped us increase our music library and, compensate Joy and Kristen, who do a wonderful job teaching us to get better and better and better with our
Now, for a lot of that music, you have to actually purchase it.
Yes,
right?
all of that music, we have to purchase it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, some people don't understand that it's not necessarily free out there.
It started out at about 50 to 75 cents a copy, and every singer has to have a published copy.
Right.
And now the prices are around $2.95 to $5.95 a copy.
Wow.
So it's skyrocketed.
And there's also ASCAP that we have to pay our ASCAP dues as a singing group.
Okay.
So
Now, hopefully the music hasn't gone into shrinkflation so that you can't read it. It's too small to read.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Right.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All righty. Well, we are going to finish up with this piece that we were talking about before, Richard Nance, and Set Me as a Seal. And once again, you want to give a little more background on that. Now, who is Richard?
Richard Nance was a conductor at Pacific Lutheran University.
Okay.
And other places. But I think he formed the Choral Arts Society in Seattle, too. Mm-hmm. So well established as a clinician and as a composer for vocal groups. So
okay, and you went to PLU, right?
I did.
You did. Okay, over there in Stanway.
Linwood. Yeah. Parkland.
Parkland.
Sorry.
Okay, and of course. There's a radio station out of that campus, as far as I remember. Right?
KPLU was there, yes.
There's a radio station out of there, yes. All right. Joy and Mary Sue, thanks for coming in and telling us all about the upcoming Choral concert here. Again, that's 7 p.m. on Monday, April the 8th, 2024, just this coming Monday at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church in Port Angeles, right by the Port Angeles branch of the North Olympic Library System. And we're going to do this as our traveling song here, Mr. Richard Nance, and Set Me as a Seal.
Let me just say real quick, it has been our privilege to be here.
Oh,
yes.
You're certainly
Thank you
welcome.
very much.
Thanks for coming in. Here we go. Stay tuned. We'll have the full weather forecast for you coming up shortly.